So my name's Triston. I'm 41 years old. I was born in Amory, Mississippi to two Mennonite parents. One was 18, the other was 20 when I was born. Mennonites, for those of you that don't know, they live kind of secluded from the world. You know, they're self-sufficient people. They do things on their own. They try not to go out in the world, too much. So once I was born, my parents got excommunicated from the church for fornication. My dad had to get a job. He got a job driving truck for an oil company. We ended up in Los Angeles, California. My mom and dad, they were, once again, still teenagers. So, they got thrown into a world they had never seen before. I mean, it's fast, out there. The world is a crazy place. My mother fell into alcoholism. She became addicted to alcohol. I witnessed, lots of physical, mental abuse in my, youth. A lot of, deceitfulness, a lot of promiscuity, things like that. I witnessed all that abuse. It ended up, forming a void inside myself, and I did not know how to fill that void with anything positive for the lack of maybe, nurturing or the lack of love that a parent would instill inside their child, right? So that allowed the devil, the enemy, to come and manifest lies, doubt, insecurities within myself. And those things, they would stick with me for a long time. I went to high school, I was good, I was an athlete, I started both ways, offense and defense, all the way through high school. Always had a girlfriend, always looked the part, but deep down inside, those insecurities were continuing to just, drive me crazy inside. I didn't know how to deal with them. So, of course, I turned to drugs. And for the next, 28 years, I just ran from the Lord. I continued to seek my flesh. I continued to just do whatever I can. I drove everybody away from me. I had countless run-ins with the law, arrests, drove everybody away from me. Just did whatever I could to not be the man the Lord wanted me to be. I ended up going to Teen Challenge of Alabama in 2014. I stayed 2 years. I got some sobriety under my belt. I met my wife, my wonderful wife. She's a beautiful woman. She means everything to me. I told her everything that I wanted to do, and I was sincere with these things. I wanted to be a man of God. I wanted to be the spiritual leader. My wife loves the Lord. She's a powerful woman, man. She really is. And I wanted to be those things for her. But I got complacent. Once again, the devil started working, within me, man. Those lies started coming back, and I fell back into addiction. It's what I knew. It was what was comfortable to me. I came to Project Hope June 4th of this year. So I've been here 70 days roughly. And I was broken. I was detoxing. I was rough. The guy said it's the worst they've ever seen. I slept in the bathroom. I slept in the closet. I did all these things, man. I was broken. The devil had took me through the grinder. I was filled with guilt, shame, embarrassment, all the things that I didn't want to feel, So I fell on my knees and I told the Lord to take my guilt and my shame, and He did. The Lord took it. Verse I stand on is Ezekiel 37:26. I will give you a new heart and a new spirit. I will take away your stony, stubborn heart and give you a responsive, tender heart. And when the Lord brought me to, He showed me that, the things that the devil did to me when I was a child was just him fearing me. He was scared of the man I would be if I followed my will in alignment with the Lord's. So he knew that the only way that he would get me was to, put doubt, keep me out of, coming out and, walking with the Lord. So, now, I'm living a life of restoration. The Lord has taken away my obsession to do drugs. I no longer think about those things. Instead I think about, good things, what is right, what is pure, the things that are going to continue to keep me on this right path. And it's amazing, I mean, everything, every day is just wonderful. Pursuing the Lord. I would never do this. This is my second time. I did it last Monday, and I'm doing it again. I would never do it in the past out of fear. You know what I mean? So this is amazing for me. And he's restoring my relationship with my wife. I've got a wife at home, and she loves me. God bless her. She's a wonderful woman. I broke my oath of our marriage, through my deceitfulness and just my lying and running away from my responsibilities that I had with her. But, she's forgiven me. The Lord's forgiven me. The Lord loves me. I know that the Lord's got big plans for me. I know that I'm a man of God. I know that Jesus wants me to do so much, and I'm looking forward to it. Man, I'm eager for living the next 40 years of my life serving the Lord as opposed to running from Him. Amen.